Hello and welcome to All About Community. My name is RHarris and I am your host. We are here in Black History Month, but on the eve of Black History Month, the Supreme Court did something that I thought was just unimaginable. They decided to hear a case on affirmative action. And I know exactly why they want to hear it, because we now have 3 justices that were appointed by that scumbag Trump. And guess what? We know what they intended to do, that is to abolish affirmative action. That is so unfair, because we started out as slaves and we built this nation, and yet they do not want us to have a part of the action in terms of what it means to be economically free. So I say to you, what are we going to do? Are we going to just sit and allow Trump-appointed justices along with Clarence Thomas to do what they want to do and destroy and annihilate affirmative action? I say no, we will not allow them to do it. Because we're going to show up and we're going to vote, and then we're going to vote some more to make certain that that doesn't happen. Now, before I get excited now, let's turn to our guest today. And he's not going to talk about this controversial subject, but he is going to talk about the Charles Houston Bar Association. It is my pleasure to have as my guest today Terrance Evans, who's president of the Charles Houston Bar Association right here in the Bay Area.
I can't do this by myself, but with you, I know that we can get justice. I can't do this by myself, but I know that we can inspire the next generation. I can't do this by myself. Mama and Daddy on the phone, thank you for all the sacrifices you made. Your son is about to fight for justice. Hey!
Terrance, welcome to All About Community. I hope I didn't get you excited.
No, I mean, I thought it was a brilliant introduction of some critical issues that are facing our country right now. So thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Right, let's talk a little bit about yourself, where you grew up and how did you end up where you are today? Where did you grow up?
Sure, so I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I grew up in the city of Inglewood, which many folks don't realize is the blackest city in California, even blacker than Oakland, about 70% black. Those demographics are changing now. There's a lot of gentrification, a lot of folks that are moving back into the community. From there, I went to Inglewood High School. I was senior class president at Inglewood High School. I was also president of the Young Black Scholars Program, a program.
In other words, you were smart.
Hey.
He was smart, and that's good.
Yeah, you know, my parents insisted that I focus on education. It was a very high priority for me.
And were you an only child?
I was an only child, no brothers or sisters, so my parents invested all their resources into me. It was a working class family. My father was a janitor at the post office. My mother cleaned houses and cooked at a local school. From there, I was fortunate enough to go to Cornell University.
Cornell?
Cornell.
Oh, that's an Ivy League.
Ivy League school, yes. Did well there. I was president of the Minority Undergraduate Law Society. I wrote for the black newspaper there, Emoja Sasa. I was one of the editors also for that newspaper. Lived in the black program house. And from there, I went on, became a resident advisor, and was co-chair of the Festival of Black Gospel. I'm a huge gospel music fan, and for more than 50 years, Cornell has hosted one of the biggest gospel music fests in the country. And from there, went to Loyola Law School in Los Angeles.
And how was that experience?
You know, it was an interesting experience. Very small black population there, but it was great. Same school that Johnny Cochran went to, same school that Irwin Evans, a past president, and also my cousin.
Yeah, and they both fraternity brothers of mine.
Yeah. So followed in some great footsteps. Started out at a smaller firm in Los Angeles doing some insurance work. Eventually made my way to the Bay Area. And moved my way up through the ranks.
How long were you at the firm in Los Angeles?
So I was there for 2 years.
And then you decided to come to the Bay Area? Is that
Right.
what?
Yeah, so there was an opportunity. I was at a smaller firm. It wasn't paying as well as some of the other firms. So I started looking for some other opportunities. One of my goals is I wanted to help my folks out. They had struggled most of their life, and I wanted to live comfortably enough where I could help improve the quality of their lives. There was a firm in the Bay Area, actually in Walnut Creek, RHarris, interviewed, they hired me. And after about a year, I looked for something bigger, and I went to a firm called Hancock, Rothard, and Bunshoft. They had been in the Bay Area about 75 years. That firm merged with Duane Morris, the firm that I'm currently with. We're an international firm of about 900 lawyers. I made partner in 2011. At the time, I was the...
And what year did you graduate from law school?
It was 2002. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking back there. 2002, so 2011 became partner. And at the time, I was the youngest the youngest partner, period, in the firm. And I was the first black man promoted to partner from associate at the firm.
And how many blacks are in Duane Morris?
Well, at the time, there weren't.
Approximately.
Yeah, so at the time, not very many. Now, I would say maybe we have about 20 black lawyers out of 900.
Across the world.
Across the world, yes. And so Paulette Brown, who was the first black woman and the first woman of color president of the ABA, she was actually the first black woman promoted to partner at Duane Morris. And from there, she went on to other pastures.
And yeah. I know Paulette quite well. She's also a former president
That's true.
of the National Bar Association.
Yes.
We're going to have to go to break, so don't touch that remote. Matter of fact, just put it down, put it down. We will be right back. And when we come back, we're going to talk just for a moment about the importance of parental involvement in education, and especially Terrance's education. We'll be right back with All About Community.